and I'm going to talk to you for a minute about something I like. There we go. I'm going to talk to you for a minute about something I like. This is Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash, anime series from a few years ago. As I say this, it's an anime series, technically an isekai, but the main characters are reincarnated into a fantasy world with no memory of their past selves. They are just now alive in a D&D style fantasy world and have to survive using their new skills. And what I love about Grimgar is that it is very quickly surprisingly grounded and serious with its premise. Because very early on in the storyline, they are fighting this goblin, and they are literally just trying to kill this one goblin, and it takes forever because goblins don't want to die. They want to survive as much as anyone else does. And so they're suddenly in this world where, you know, it's the law of the jungle, basically. And so they're having to figure out how to live and how to get through everything, despite just being clearly originally Japanese, teenagers, but now in this new world, kind of learning the new worlds of that, the new rules of that. Um, the overall tone is very, I would say, exploratory in the sense that you're getting to understand the characters in the world. It can be dramatic, it can be funny, it can be a variety of different things. There's not much in the way of like real romance, which I actually think is appropriate in this story, because it is more about survival. It is more about kind of the everyday stuff of that, and it is very much about this idea of, you need to make money to live. And if you're not out there fighting every day, you don't get to do that. And so you have to do that even if you don't want to. So it's kind of about working as well. But in this, again, very dangerous fantasy world. Skipping that frame there for a second. But it also has this lovely tone to it visually. This kind of softness to it in a way. I just really enjoy looking at it visually. There's just something kind of slightly Breath of the Wild to it, if you will. It can be just gorgeous a lot of the time, while also being surprisingly grounded, surprisingly serious. There are some dramatic, serious things that happen in Grimgar, and there's some twists in there that really took me a little off guard when they happened. And I ended up, basically mainlining the series, just going all the way through. Very impressed with what it is. It never gets really, I don't think it's a spoiler to say, it never gets really huge. It doesn't become, this big save the world plot. It's because it's about people trying to survive, and just kind of get along with their lives and move on and do that. But it does come to a climax in the end. There is a pretty satisfying conclusion to that season, which I really, really appreciate. That it does go somewhere, and does kind of finish up at the end of that season while still leaving a room open for more story. So yeah, if this kind of thing, if you like the visuals, you're gonna get a lot more of this in Grimgar. Really, really like it. So that is that. I hope if this kind of idea interests you, I hope you find Grimgar of interest to you as well.